Good afternoon and welcome. We're going to talk about words. When a person is sworn into office, into the military, or to testify in court, the last four words of their oath are, "So help me God." Those four words, along with "Thy will be done," are eight of the most powerful words you can ever speak. Here are some other powerful words. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Please. Thank you. I love you. You're welcome. Jesus is Lord. It's okay to admit it when we make mistakes. It's also okay to say you were right and I was wrong. It's more than okay to use those first four because at some point in every day we need God's help and He wants us to ask for it. Sometimes our circumstances are so overwhelming we don't know what to pray. That's when it's time to use the second four because "Thy will be done" is the most powerful prayer you can pray. Why? Because those words open the door for His supernatural power to start working in those circumstances. There are also those times when it's okay to ask the Holy Spirit to take over and do the praying for you because He knows what's best in every situation. According to James 3 5 and 6, as well as 8 through 10, that's why we need to be so careful about what comes out of our mouth, because it's not just what we say, but how we say it. Words can build up walls or help tear them down. They can hurt or help heal. They can escalate or defuse a crisis situation. They can be the truth or a lie. That old saying is true that a half truth is a whole lie. It's good advice to be careful what you say because someday those words could come back to haunt you and you might have to eat them. When they do, there will be that that will be a tough pill to swallow if you ever. In other words, sometimes it's just wise to keep your mouth shut or keep your tongue in your mouth. It's also true that sometimes we learn a whole lot more by listening because those are the times when talking gets you into trouble and listening gets you out of it. Jesus gave us that very example the night He was arrested, and those mock trials were held. Matthew 27:11 and 14. There was only one time when He said anything, and that's when He was asked, "Are you the Messiah?" His answer was, "So you say," or "Yes, I am." Sometimes we do with some something else we do with our mouth is make promises. God to God, and those we make them to expect us to keep those promises. So if there's any reason you cannot or do not intend to keep it, then do not make it. Vows and promises are made to be kept, not broken. You see, God always keeps his promises, and he wants us to do the same. People don't like to be around someone who is always breaking promises. In fact, making promises you don't intend to keep is the same as lying. Never try lying or breaking promises to God. It doesn't work. He knows a lie even before he hears it. And place don't play the blame game with him either, because he knows whose fault it is. Keeping promises is a sign of love and respect for the person we make them to. If your tongue needs taming, I know mine does, ask the Holy Spirit to help it. It boils down to Psalms 10:7. What do you want coming out of your mouth? Do you want it to be curses or blessings? Remember, kind words make nice echoes. So what kind of echoes do you want to make or hear? It's good to know that verse, Nehemiah 13:2, which tells us God can turn curses into blessings. Why? Because his words are words of life. So let's keep on speaking and singing them every chance we get. People need to hear words of health, encouragement, hope, peace, comfort, and those kind echoes. Sometimes you don't need a lot of words to get your point across. Luke 4:18 and 19 are the words of the first sermon Jesus gave from Isaiah 61:1 and 2. After reading those words, all he said was verse 21b, and the congregation was amazed. You may send your prayer requests to heanswerstwo@gmail.com, and next time we'll talk some more about words.